Good morning, all of you. How is your preparation going on? Any doubts you have, you can always post it in the challengers group, in the Telegram, but properly. Okay, ma'am, is this problem correct? Taxation, GST, costing, what it is. So just post it correctly with the question, will surely clear your doubt. Good morning, all of you. Hope you all have taken a printout of the PDF which is sent to you about the top 50 questions. It's going to be a little lengthy session. So in between, definitely we'll take the breaks and let you know, but stay connected. It's better to complete it today because again, tomorrow we are starting with the live practice batch of DT and IDT. Already started. Business head, we are starting tomorrow. Okay, right. So top 50 questions we are doing with the compiler. Yeah, great. I hope you all were there as a part of this book launch. This is like 2 decades se zyada ho gaye. I've been teaching costing in concept classes and at various other places. And I have come up with this colored book specifically to help you all. Because however well I give the material, ma'am, can you give all theory together? So in this, all theory is in green color. All booster notes which you have to revise now and then is in red color, and blue color is all question answers, quality good question answers covering up past exams of CA CMA all. Okay, so if you have your attempt in December and January, beautiful 3 months to go for your preparation, do buy this book and do go for the practice batch. Just completed recording practice batch, costing Sathi practice batch in August. That will really help you. And live we are starting in Zoom, not in YouTube, the DT IDT practice batch from tomorrow. Okay, right? Thank you so much for joining in this live. Now forget that recording is going on, forget that live is going on. Keep up the response, be ready with your calculator, notebook, and where you are solving this. And any doubt you have, you can share. Okay, ask your doubts here itself, no issues. Right. Yes, those who have ordered the book already, the dispatches have started from today. So we'll be sending you, the team will send according to your delivery address where you have put up. On that mobile number, you will be getting a tracker, and by speed post, courier post, we are sending the book. No shipping charges are charged, and this is 549, includes the printing, hard copy, courier, shipping, packing, all charges. I'm really saying trust it and go for it. You will do wonderful in the exam. It's only it has become colored now, but if you see the sync of stepwise booster notes and material, okay, let me give you a glance of it, and then let us straight start with our uh, 1 second. Okay, this is the Sarthi book. This is the soft copy, and hard copy I've already shown you. Yeah, the very first chapter is all theory. Do take 2 minutes time and read. This is from my heart what I have told you all. See, this is what I really want you to take the words inside. All three theory questions are covered in green. Booster notes and formulas which you have to study repeatedly in red color. Question and answers in blue color. Right? Okay. This all details, introduction, index. Okay. Theory we have already. Don't ask for everything, ma'am. Theory का PDF दे दो और इसका PDF एक बार colored book से पढ़ के तो देखो. You will really enjoy. All theory questions which are superbly asked, repeatedly asked from question chapter 1, they are all covered here. Yes, objectives, types of costing. Yeah. Shall we do this 2 minutes? You know, there's a topic, I've already made a doubt clearing video also on this, that there are so many chapters like your cost sheet, your overhead, your job batch costing, and our topic called as operating costing. There are so many topics where you will use the semi-variable overhead concept. So by high-low point method or analytical method, semi-variable overhead is an overhead wherein fixed and variable both element are there. I've made an exclusive video for this with example, but just the gist I'm giving you because it's very important. In semi-variable overhead, there's a variable overhead also and there's a fixed overhead. So change in the overhead because of the change in the units. I want to repeat, change in the overhead because of the change in the units is only the variable part, because fixed cost is fixed. So if the cost is changing to 400 when units are changing to 40, that means variable cost is 10 per unit. So 100 into 10,000 and 1600 is fixed overhead and total semi-variable. Same way, 140 into 10, 1400 and 1600 and 3000. Now, if I decide, ma'am, next month I want to sell 180 units, then 180 unit into 10 is variable, 1600 is fixed. This is your semi-variable. Is this clear to all of you? This is how you bifurcate semi-variable overhead. One more thing as we are going towards the cost sheet is equation. You know, always they will give you. Are you seeing it's really like one page? I have done the editing, the typing. Of course, I've got done it with my team, but मैंने खुद ने बहुत दिन बहुत महीने लगाए इसको बनाने में. So everything is said so well. Now when we make a cost sheet, okay, cost plus profit is the selling price. Now if they give that 20% profit is on sales, take sales as 100, profit as 20 and cost be 80. If they say 20% profit on cost, let जिस पे percentage है ना, take it as 100. Are you all with me? Yeah. जिस पे percentage है, take it as 100. And the profit will be 20 and this will be 120. So this is how you will make the equation. Now let us start with the first topic, that is cost sheet. One more humble request, your time, my time, all is valuable. My students are writing chapter wise exam. I have to set a paper for total income. And tomorrow we are continuing with the DT practice batch. Just house property one head is over. Salary I am doing later, and business head we are starting. So can I request all of you to go through one short revision videos of the costing, where not only the formats, the formulas, the pitfalls to avoid are carefully dealt with. Because if I repeat that here, it will be like 10, 12 hours, this will go on. Okay? Right? Chalo. And some questions I feel they are repeated, but they are very important. So I'm not going to solve all in writing. Some I have included in the top 50. They are easy. You can do it with my guidance, but they are very important to make a whole package. I have added. Good morning. Good morning. Keep joining quickly and chalo, shuru karte hain. So now 10 marks mandatory question is asked from cost sheet. You have to prepare a cost sheet and per unit column if they say. Okay, right. So now, opening stock of raw material. Okay, direct material consumed. This is how we start the cost sheet. Add purchases. Okay, ma'am, when we add purchases from the material chapter or AS2, can we add GST if ITC not availed? Yes. Transport, loading, unloading? Yes. Freight, insurance, CIF, all? Yes. So all the expenses incurred which are part of the purchases till the purchases reaches my factory are a part of this. So opening stock purchase minus closing stock will give me direct material consumed. And this is a cost sheet. So particular, and you can have a working column here and total. Per unit, please make it only if they ask. Otherwise, don't make the per unit. Then we have labor cost, direct expenses. So prime cost. Ma'am, if expense is missing, nothing. Material and labor, prime cost. Add factory overhead, works cost. Add opening work in progress less closing work in progress, which is in between, and factory cost. This is a revision. So I'm not explaining any terms. Hoping you know the terms. If you don't know, watch the one-shot revision videos playlist in the YouTube. And also, preferably, I'm saying just go for the book and the practice batch. It's not something high I'm charging. You can look at the rates and all everything by downloading Concept Classes app. But surely I want to help one-to-one. You ask me the doubt and I'll make a doubt clearing video for all of you. Of course, it will take 24 hours ka time, but we'll surely do. Chalo. Now, after factory cost, this is something which specially for the CA exam. I'm doing it for CA, CMA, all the exams. So few things I'll be talking specifically for CMA, few things only for CA. Okay? So factory cost or cost of production may generally we add administrative overhead if it is related to production, quality control, R&D. Now, if some material is scrapped and you have recovered some scrap value, deduct it here. Packing cost. Ma'am, packing comes in the selling and distribution. That is secondary packing. I'm making oil. So 12 oil packets in a cartoon. That's secondary packing. But primary, each oil packet, liter ka sachet, that is primary packing with which you will sell. So I want to repeat, primary packing is a part of the cost of the production. And secondary packing will go in the selling and distribution only. Then comes the cost of the production. Add opening stock of finished goods less closing stock of the finished good, cost of the goods sold. Okay. Now add administrative overhead if they are general, not related. You know, sometimes instead of giving administrative overhead, they'll say office ka laptop ka depreciation, director's car and director's fees and all. Should we take all this here? Yes. Selling and distribution overhead, your traveling expenses of the salesman, commission, bed debt, all that will come here. Cost of the sales at profit. Profit can be as a percentage of the cost. It can be as a percentage of sales. Tell me, is my speed fine the way I'm doing the revision? So now we can start solving the question because you all have the sheet also with you. Okay. And so many of you have already having this book. So you can do it with the help of this book also. Okay. Right. So let us begin now with the Yeah, this is all detail I have given about all each and secondary. Yeah. Some booster notes I have given. Factory, this is my own made booster notes with years of experience, which I want students to take it so that you don't make any mistake. Like factory overhead and administrative overhead is always charged for number of units produced. Selling overhead is always charged number of units sold. Clear? Raw material closing stock is valued at cost of purchase. Work in progress is valued at factory cost. And finished goods are valued at cost of the production. Okay? Right. So many times, ma'am, you taught us the cost sheet format. So always the answer will not be profit and sales. Sometimes profit and sales will be given and you will be working cost sheet like this, reverse. And you know what will be the balancing figure in the cost sheet, beta? Purchases. Purchases आपका balancing figure होगा. ठीक है? Right? So for that you should know this. Opening stock of material, purchase, carriage inward, closing stock is raw material consumed. If ITC is not availed, GST will also be added. Or sales, add closing minus opening, number of units produced. Okay? This I have already explained you right now. So we will save time wherever I can. Are you all clear with semi-variable overhead? Otherwise, just write a reminder. Refer doubt clearing class in YouTube. I have made separately how to segregate the semi-variable overhead. Okay, right. These two are very beautiful point which I feel every chapter we are going to use it. यहाँ से लेकर marginal costing तक. Yeah. So if the cost is increased, cost plus profit is equal to sales. Now look at the screen. Cost is increased and you want selling price same. So obviously your profit will come down. Decision making. If the cost is increased and you want the same profit percentage on the increased cost, तो फिर selling price बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. Clear है? Right. Okay. Theory question. What are the advantages or what are the items which will never come in the cost sheet? Don't you think this is a base for integrated accounts also? है ना? Right. Chalo. These are simple questions. If you go for this, no, you can check some of the questions orally and some very important you can do it in writing. Those who are writing in December attempt, promise me you will go for the compiler because you are not only preparing for CMA December, CA January 25 exam, you are preparing for SCM for final. If you want your ma'am पहले इंटर तो निकलने दो, यही तो बात है. Why we are not having those big targets? Laymen are only achieving big things. Just you have to talk big, feel well, and do big, right? So if you want to score super duper well in DT final, your base level coaching is now same thing. Okay, right. So aajao. Now we will go for the problem. I think we can allot 15-20 minutes for every chapter. Some question in writing, some orally, like that we will go for. So directly I have picked up as top 50 questions. These are very simple practice questions. So fifth question we are doing now. Now very important is if they give the figures in 1000, you also do it in thousands. Don't keep adding the 0. Okay. Are you having the printout? Then it's on page number 3 and problem number 5 from our compiler. Those who are having the compiler. Aja. So sales is given, labor is given, management expenses, selling expenses, stock details. Okay. Can anyone say what's the googly in the stock detail? I'm looking at the chat box. What's the googly in the stock details, beta? Kya problem hai? Yes, December is given first, closing, and January is given later. If you take opening as closing, gone. Direct Labor would be 175% of the factory overhead. Cost of the goods sold excluding administrative overhead. मतलब administrative overhead general है, बाद में आएगा. If it is related to factory, it will come up. So cost of the goods sold minus the administrative expenses. One second, dear students. Yeah. Cost of the goods sold minus the administrative expenses is equal to 11,200 per unit. And selling expenses is 700. And total selling expenses is 3,50,000. Are you getting how I'm showing you the working? So 3,50,000 is the selling expenses. And what is per unit? 700. Pick up your calculator. So how many units are sold? 500. Now cost of goods sold minus the administrative expenses is 500 per unit into 11,200. 56 lakhs. So, somehow you are getting the figure and they have asked you to calculate material purchase. Digest and go. Okay. Digest and go. Everything. Matlab, they will be asking you cost sheet. Anything could be. Like here they want to know the material. Right. Thank you so much for realizing that Dipti ma'am is making alert for final exam. Yes, ma'am, I took January for December. God bless you for agreeing to this right now in this class. If you agree means you are ready for the change, one step. And same common mistake happens in one topic in accounts you have, that is cash flow statement. वहां भी यही गड़बड़ होती है. ठीक है. Discuss whether interest of 2 lakh would affect the rate of the profit. Generally not, but we will discuss. Now, can we put all the figures carefully? Starting with opening stock of raw material, purchase is the balancing figure, and closing. So opening stock of raw material, this I don't know, and closing. Just I'll write everything in thousands. Next I know is direct labor, 1750. Okay. And next after direct labor, we are continuing with the format. Direct labor is 175% of works overhead and it's 1750. So can I say works overhead or factory overhead is 1000? Yeah. Now, opening work in progress is this. If you take this wrong, opening work in progress is 1760. Opening work in progress is 1050 and closing is given. Now you get factory cost. In factory cost, add the management expenses, routine administrative expenses. Don't do the total now. You'll not be able to do also. Now, opening stock of finished goods, 1760 and 1900. Okay, you get cost of the goods sold. Now, do you remember selling overhead is already given to you? Yes, selling overhead. Cost of the goods sold you don't know. What figures we know, I'm just putting. So now cost of the sales we have calculated now. अभी हमने निकाला ना 56 lakhs. 56 lakhs we have calculated. Cost of the goods sold minus the administrative or management expenses is 56 lakhs. Yeah. So if you add the management expenses 56 and 2,50,000, you will get 5850. Are you all with me? Management expenses is given 250. COGS, I don't know. Management or admin expenses is 2,50,000 and this is 56 lakh. So CAGS will be 58,50,000. I know the COGS now. Cost of the goods sold. Okay. Right. Now, after this, selling expenses are given to you. So selling expenses we know. Okay. And did they give you the equation of the profit? No. Sales is given to you. Wow. So sales is only given. We know the cost of goods sold. We know the selling expenses. So we know the cost of the sales. And we know the sales. So can we take like this? You can do this arrow mark in exam. And now from here you can go reverse. Add less karte karte you will get this. 2 minutes I'll be back. This is not a break. I'll give you the break. You check the question. Thank you for waiting. Is the problem clear to you? See, the top 50 questions, the hard copy is there. You have this compiler you can order and get it and practice. I'm giving you the mindset. If you know the cost sheet, job cost sheet is not a separate chapter. It's for one product and this is for more. Are you all with me? Yeah. So just now we knew the sales. We knew the cost of the sales. We got the profit and we started working reverse. We got the purchases. Anyone is having any doubt, please ask. I'm telling you, don't worry that it is YouTube live. You ask the doubt and I'll clear it for you. Okay. All right. Chalo. Let us take up the next question for the cost sheet. पूरे cost sheet हम नहीं बनाएंगे. Yeah, because you just go through the one shot revision video and practice, you will be able to do it. Yeah, next is question number 8. I have marked in the top 50 questions. Very nice. Very nice. In fact, all these are so good for practice. Question number 8, one pumping heart of this topic where students go wrong. So many times when I asked it in the booster test series is, yeah, A fire occurred in the premises and all records were destroyed. Okay, so all September details are there, but October may finished goods, work in progress, and raw material. Sabka closing stock you have to calculate. Are you all with me? Ma'am, last problem, closing stock was given, purchases we had to calculate. Now, it's a wonderful problem, very nice problem. Only new thing for all of you is conversion cost, which is asked in cost sheet, but covered up superbly well in the very first chapter itself. Okay. So now this time they have given the material purchase, the opening work in progress, opening raw material, opening finished goods, indirect manufacturing cost, sales, labor, prime cost, cost of the goods available for sale, ready for sale, and the gross margin. Okay. So this time it's margin on sales. Right. The loss is fully covered by insurance. Insurance company wants to know the historical cost of inventory. So you have to calculate 3 closing stocks as balancing figure. Because your physical stock is lost in fire, it's into ashes. Ma'am, why you're doing like this? We have learned insurance claims in accounts. वो है, but ये भी है. ठीक है? Right. So now cost sheet. Okay. Let us take up the cost sheet, whatever you know. First thing is opening raw material. We'll put it here. Purchases they have given. We'll put it here. Closing, we don't know. Once after closing, what do you get? Raw material consumed. Then direct labor is given to you. 222. Yeah, right. But you cannot do the total now. Okay, right. Now, prime cost is given to you. Ready. Oh, if prime cost is given to you ready, then can you easily get balancing figure as closing stock of raw material? Clear? Now, something new for all of you. Factory overhead is 40% of the conversion cost. Pay attention to this language. See how the quality of the questions you do is very important for the professional exam preparation. And years I've been teaching PCC, IPCC, CA Inter, and now this. So 100% this is a wonderful question. Dekho. Factory overhead is 40% of conversion cost. Dear students, what is conversion cost, you know? In material, if I add labor and overhead, I'll get the cost of production. I hope I'm not going fast in the concept. Look here. From direct material, add labor and overhead. You get the cost of the production. So in material, if you add the conversion cost, the material will convert itself into finished goods. If you want, write it. You all have this printout or you all have this compiler with you, then write it. वहां पे लिख मैम आपने तो प्रिंट करके दिया है अरे आप भी लिखो ना however good Dipti ma'am is giving booster notes in regular class I make you write the format I make you write the notes because final exam you have to write तो लिख लो write down direct material add the conversion cost you get the finished goods and now what is the conversion cost labor and overhead yeah so overhead is 40% of the conversion cost. So can I say labor is 60% of the total conversion cost? And 60% के लिए 60% के लिए 250 is given as labor 60%. So 40% will be how much? Calculate karo. 250 into 40 divided by 60. 141, 167. Ma'am, it's coming in decimal. Don't prepare the cost sheet in decimal. Keep all your decimals for process costing. I want that conversion cost is clear to be put in chat box. Up. You take your time. Take your time. You got the purchases as balancing figure because prime cost was given. And now you write down and put me a message, all of you. Please share this with all those who are writing September exam, December exam, January exam. It will be very helpful. I'm waiting. Of course, we will take like this top 50 questions in the GST also, in the DT, IDT also, but it will take little time. Okay, tell me, how far is this clear to all of you? Thank you, thank you. Direct material तो दिया है आपको, but if 40% is factory overhead, 60% is labor, 60% is this, so 40% is what? You got the factory overhead. Opening work in progress is given. Closing, you don't know, right? Okay. Closing, we don't know. So we will just go on filling the figures. After writing all this, can we directly write the sales and the cost of the goods available for sale? नीचे से चलते हैं देखो. Sales is given. 30% is given. Cost of the goods sold is given. Ma'am, cost of sales and cost of the goods sold. In between selling expenses will come, but no information is there. So sales we took, 30% of sales is profit. Cost of the sales, selling expenses is not there. So cost of the goods sold. Yeah, this I don't know. Right. Now, ready to you given is cost of the goods which are available for sale. Now listen, the goods which I have produced and my opening stock of finished good plus the goods which I have produced. Put together, they become the cost of the goods available for sale, ready for sale. Minus the closing stock we do, we get the COGS. So, aa jao, dekho. Closing stock of the finished goods. We don't know, but we know COGS. Okay. And we know the cost of the goods available for sale. It's already printed to you that the cost of the goods available for sale is how much? 555,775. Yeah. So can we get this as balancing figure? Opening stock of finished goods is given. If you add this, you will get this. Administrative and selling expenses are not there. So cost of the production is nothing but the factory cost, and you will get this as the balancing figure. Clear? So first I started above, I was stuck up in the half, then I started down. But you should know the format of the cost sheet. Okay? Right? This is a study material question we have solved in the practice batch. Equations in case if they ask. Very nice question. Yeah. 12th one I want to take up. Already they've asked this, I think, in November 22 exam, CA exam. But it's a very nice question. Very nice. And only the concept can be asked in the first question for 7 marks and 5 marks. Yeah. X Limited manufactures two types of the pen, super and normal. Material, wages, factory overhead is given total for both. But you should know what is the cost for super, what's the cost for normal. Yeah. And now, number of units produced is given for super and number of units sold is given. For your super pen, both produced and sold. Produced is 40, sold is 36. So 4,000 will be in the closing stock. And normal pen, nothing is there. Nothing is sold. But both the pen are produced. The selling price of the super is 30. Okay. Now, direct material cost of super is twice that of the material of normal. See, you cannot say, go to the working note I have prepared. You cannot say कि direct material is 8 lakhs ना, ma'am. Super के कितने हैं? 40,000 units. कहाँ से पता चला? It's given in the question. How many units are produced for super? 40. How many units are produced for normal? 120. So in this ratio, I can put direct material 8 lakhs in the ratio of 4:12, provided both of them are using same. But they clearly said what direct material used in super is twice that of in normal. So here if it is X, here it is 2X. And instead of X, if you want to take here material, here 2 material. So though 40,000 units are there, each unit uses 2 kg or 2 units. So 80,000. And here the material is 120. Same, 80 and 120. Are you getting? In that ratio, you have to divide the material cost. So material cost M in each unit. M missing figure आएगा ना आपका? 80,000 M plus 1,20,000 M, that is 2 lakh M, is 8 lakh material. So 8 lakh divided by 4. So here if 4 units are used, here 4 into 2, 8 units are used. You all got it? Right? So now can we divide the material cost? 4 and 8. That's the ratio. Followed all of you? 4 and 8. 80,000 units. And here 1,20,000. Or simply you can take it in the ratio of 8:12. Dekh lo karke. What is the material cost? 8 lakh into 8 divide by 20. 3,20,000 is coming. Nice. Clear to all of you? What new you have studied? Literally, if I give this question in exam, dear students, many of the students will say, ma'am, why didn't you prepare for both? You don't have to prepare for both. You don't. You don't have to prepare for both. They have asked you just prepare the cost sheet of the super pen because other pen is not even sold. But then the thing is key material cost, you have to take it in the ratio of 80,000 is to 1,20,000. Material. Same way wages. What is given for wages? Normal pen was 60% of the super. Aja, working note 2. Super pen, if wages are W, normal pen are 60%. Yeah. So here super pen, how many units are produced? 40,000 into W. Then normal pen 1,20,000 are 0.6 W. They are not same. If they would have been same, 120 and 40, 160 से divide कर देते हम. Right? Okay. It's a challenge to take these quality good questions. I can make the class so good and laughable and easy. This is not a BCom coaching. So you need to do this level of the questions. Yeah. So like this, now you will get, once you solve this, you will get 4 per unit. If this is 4, 4 ka 60%, 2.4. So this will be like 4 per unit for number of units produced. 40,000, you got this. Prime cost. Next is production overhead is same for both. So 1,92,000. 1,92,000. Directly you can divide by 40 and 120. 160 units, so per unit you will get 120. Okay. Factory cost you got. Then they said administrative overhead was 200% of the direct labor. 160 ka 200%, double 320. And now this is 40,000 units produced. but 4,000 are in stock, 10%. So cost ka bhi 10%, 8,48,000, and this is 84,800. So you are getting this. Clear, right? Okay. Once you get this, now selling expenses are, selling price is given 30 and selling expenses are 1 per unit, not for 40,000. 40,000 units are produced. Selling expenses are always for number of units sold. And you get the cost of the sales, and then selling price is given, you'll get the profit. Please tell me, is this way okay, or shall we solve it in writing? We took more than 30 minutes for cost sheet. Oh my God. What time lag raha hai ye to? Yeah. Please let me know if it is clear. Clear? Okay. It's a very nice problem. Do it in writing. And that's all for the cost sheet. Even see past exam questions, some MTP's questions, CMA exam, CA exam, all I have added. See, salary of director will always come. I can go on hours only for the cost sheet, but I know there's no such time right now. These are all past exam questions. Let us start with the next topic, that is the material. I'm taking a pause here. Anything more inputs? I'm not a teacher who will dominate the class. और मैं जैसे पढ़ा रही हूँ वही ठीक है. Huh? If you're watching it as a recording, pause and check whether the problems are clear or not. Do it in writing. This sticking will not help. This is तो me supporting you. But आपको करना पड़ेगा बेटा ये. At least these problems तो you'll have to solve in writing. And enough time is also there for that. Don't worry. The last question I have given in the top 50 question, that is problem number 5 from the cost sheet. It is from the CMA exam, asked twice, that if number of units are increasing, what you will do. Okay. Come to the, yeah, please come to the material chapter. Either EOQ problems or stock level problems, or sometimes they can ask you the leaf of if also. So whenever EOQ, to we all know. Yeah, EOQ sabko pata hai na. These are the documents used, diagrams. What is EOQ? I have to purchase A, annual requirement of the raw material. Buying cost or ordering cost is B. Carrying cost per unit, not per month, per annum, is C. Under root 2AB by C is Williams formula. Now EOQ clearly says, what does it say? EOQ clearly says how much you should purchase at a time. If you purchase everything together, your carrying cost will be high. If you purchased in very small order, just in time purchase, then your ordering cost will be high. So, it will go like this, like this, like this. So, kuch to karna padega aapko. ठीक है ना? Right. So, this is how you take the decision. But this question is asked, if you purchase EOQ, that is say 6,000 units, fine. But instead of 6, if you decide to purchase 50,000, they are giving a discount policy. They will reduce the purchase price. Agreed that instead of 6,000, if you purchase 50,000 units, definitely your ordering and carrying cost will go high. Hai na? But if they give you discount in the purchase price, which is more, then that you might go for that. So like this, comparative problems are asked. Yeah. Buying cost or ordering cost. Purchase price. What is ordering cost? A. Please don't say that ma'am ये आपके formula है हमको याद नहीं होते. A is annual requirement. Q is what you are buying at a time. My requirement is 1 lakh. I am buying 10,000 units. Q. Then how many number of orders? 10. And B is what? Ordering cost. Are you getting A by Q into B? Okay. Ma'am, how did you get this formula? Anytime you purchase Q, say 10,000 units, 8,000, 5,000, average how much will be there in your godown? Q by 2. And what's the maintenance cost per unit? Acha, listen, so many times in MCQs and for CA students case study, it is asked that ordering cost and carrying cost put together are called as what? Ordering cost and carrying cost put together are also called as associate cost. If discount is more than the increase in cost, go for it. Otherwise, don't go for it. Yeah. These are simple problems. Chalo, from our PDF top 50 questions, sixth question we are doing, which is comparison. This is asked every exam. So without looking at the screen down, can we solve it in writing here? Kare saath mein? Yeah. Azhar Limited manufactures a special product which requires a component. Annual demand A is 8,000. Ordering cost is 200. Cost per unit is given and carrying cost is 20%. That is 80. Okay. Now, so first, what is your EOQ? I want you to write with me, please. Forget that answer is printed. 2AB by C. 2 into 8,000 units. B is ordering cost, carrying cost. EOQ is 200. But you are offered a discount in the purchase price. जो 400 में मिल रहा था, उसमें 4% less कर दिया. 16 rupees less. 394 if instead of 200 you are buying 4,000 lot size. So you can prepare this beautiful table. If you buy 200, what is A by Q? A by Q. 8,000 is your requirement. 200 is your lot size. So 40 orders. A by Q into B. 40 orders into 200 per order. At EOQ, buying cost is 8,000. Now average inventory. How much you are buying? 200. So divide by 2. Always average will be 100 units. And carrying cost we have calculated is 80. So 8,000. You know, dear students, one thing proved is at EOQ, ordering cost and carrying cost will be same, equal and least. Clear? So what is your total associate cost? 16,000. Now, instead of 200 units, go for 4,000 units. Wow. 8,000 units you want and 4,000. So your ordering cost, only 2 order. Ordering cost is 400. But 4,000 units ka average, 2,000 stock you have to maintain. And now your carrying cost will change. Ma'am, why carrying cost is 80, 20% on 400. But now you are getting 400 minus 16. 384 में मिल रहा है आपको. 384 में मिल रहा है ना आपको. तो 384 का 20% is your carrying cost. 76.8 into 2,153. Take a pause and tell me clear or not. Ordering cost is A by Q number of orders into B. Carrying cost is Q by 2. Routine class, so like this is sixth problem. 1 to 6 problem, if you practice and do it from this colored compiler, it will be super clear. Aajao. So what's your total cost? Oh my God, if I purchase 200 units, my associate cost is just 16. And if I go for 4,000, it's 154. Array, forget it, go for EOQ. But then if you go for, instead of 200, 4,000 units, you are getting total, पूरे purchase पे, 8,000 unit पे 4% discount in 400. That's 16. So 16 rupees into 8,000. You're getting a discount of 128, which you're not getting here. If you decide instead of, we go to the vegetable market or simple market, or you buy more, you will get discount. Buy two, get three free. If you want to buy one, nothing, no. So you're getting 4,000 units, then you're getting a discount of 16 rupees per unit. So we will add these two and minus the discount. Still you are ending up paying 26,000. Here 16,000. So it is better to go for EOQ and reject the discount offer. Conclusion. Conclusion. Is the conclusion clear to you? So always you have to compare EOQ and the lot size like this, and this question comes for 6 to 7 marks. Okay, I hope I've told you earlier many times once again, cost sheet, material, labor and overhead. These are the 4 pillars. I can say 4 pillars. Today's class is little difficult for me because non-stop I have to do. So after this chapter, definitely I'll give a small break, then lunch break. Thank you. Chalo. Another kind of the problem asked in exam, dear students, is the lot size problem. Okay, lot size problem. Annual requirement is 9,600. If you buy 6 monthly, matlab twice a year order. If you buy quarterly, if you buy monthly twice. Yeah. So if you purchase up to 2,000 units, 40 में मिल रहा है आपको. 5% discount. See, if you buy in excess of 4,000. So like this discount you have to work out in the same problem, but because there are too many, instead of making vertical, I've made a column like this. You can buy 400 units, 800 this, but with the increase in number, you are getting the discount. Here the purchase price is 40. Here it is 38 here. Discount will be on the annual. Don't take it on Q. Many students take Q into discount. Wrong. Q is your lot size, but what is your annual requirement? Yeah? Buying cost, carrying cost, associate cost, and purchase cost. Wherever the net benefit is, say here. From this, which order is good? Oh, sorry. सबसे कम कॉस्ट कहाँ पे आ रहा है आपका? 4,800. मैम व्हाट अबाउट EOQ? EOQ की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Not required. In the lot size problem, they'll give, okay, work out. Exactly same problem. Buying cost is A by Q into B. A by Q is number of orders. I am covering up with this MCQs also. And have you seen yesterday only I have sent a link wherein all MCQs I have solved. वहां से भी practice कर सकते हैं आप. Carrying cost. Right? So that's all for the lot size problem. So we are now very clear how much to purchase. Now we will go for when to purchase. Level. Maximum level beyond which you should not place the order. See, these are the formulas. So I have given. In exam, so many times they ask you the significance also in the theory question. Reorder level is maximum usage into maximum lead time. Minimum level is reorder minus average. Maximum is reorder level plus reorder quantity. I think this now in regular class only you have done. Can I skip this part? I want to do very nice problems, but ये वाला एकदम simple है. Reorder level. Being very positive. What is meaning usage? Usage is your raw material required every day. So you may use 6 kg, 7 kg, max to max 8 kg. Lead time is max to max 10 दिन, least 7 days, average 9 days. Yes. So max to max 10 days late material will come and you are using 8 units. So like this 80, reorder level is maximum usage into maximum lead time. Minimum level is reorder level minus average usage into average lead time. That is minimum. Maximum means beyond this is the upper limit. Stop your purchases. Reorder level plus reorder quantity is nothing but EOQ minus minimum usage into lead time. Average, maximum, minimum divide by 2. And danger level. Kam se kam, emergency purchase you have to make. Minimum to minimum, maximum to you are using 8 kgs. But minimum to minimum 5 kg. जल्दी से जल्दी भी मंगाएंगे तो 5 days. So 5 kg, 5 days, 25. If you have 25 days, you have to place enough problem. Yeah, I thought someone will ask. No, there's no printing mistake beta in total tube wala question. Shall I discuss? I know what you are talking about. That's not a printing mistake. Yeah, I'll explain. Thank you. Thank you for asking. No, I absolutely don't mind you all stopping me. See, later on when we are in operating costing, you are saying, ma'am, wo material chapter mein doubt tha, bindas pucho. All others also, not only Karthik beta, all of you have any doubt. I'll explain you where your doubt is. Your doubt is, ma'am, annual monthly demand is 2000 na. So 24,000 A lena tha. This is market demand. But what is your consumption? Your normal consumption is 100 tubes per week. And how many weeks are there? 52. So 5,200 we have to take A, not this. Take your time. Am I exactly clearing your doubt? काफी तो आप लोग क्या डाउट पूछोगे वो भी मुझे मालूम है. Just 2 seconds, huh? Take your time. Something more, ask please. Yeah, after the material chapter, we'll take a break. I know. वो 1 घंटे से ज्यादा है. Yeah, was this your doubt? No problem, no problem. You can always ask your doubts. Okay, answer there's a doubt. I'll surely check it. No problem. Yeah. So, ma'am, why did they give annual demand? To confuse you. Arey, this is the market demand. But what is your annual consumption? Average 100 tubes. And 52 weeks are there. So, 5,200. Okay. Right. What is reorder level? EOQ तो हो गया, ये number 1 है EOQ. Reorder level is maximum usage into maximum lead time. Maximum usage is 200 tubes per week and maximum lead time is 8. So 1600. Minimum is reorder level minus average. Average is 100 and average is 6 weeks is minimum, 8 weeks is maximum. So average is 7. So 1600 minus 709. What is reorder level? 1600. What is reorder quantity? EOQ. Minus minimum 50 into minimum lead time. 50 into 6. Is there a mistake here? Yes. 1 0 is less. We'll correct it. Yeah, it's 1402. 1402. 1402. Okay. So like this, you have to calculate the stock levels. Only once they have asked the stock out problem also. Yeah, please remember, I'm just concentrating on the question and answers, but I cannot tell you how important is all this for theory. Green color in the book is all your theory questions. And at the end of the compiler, I have given a table. In that also, bold, I have given questions which are repeatedly 5 to 6 times. Fast, slow, non-moving, vital, essential, desirable, ABC analysis. These are perpetual inventory. These are all theory questions. If I explain now theory, it will take little longer. So green part is all theory, just in time purchase. These are my own made pointers for stock ledger ke problem, Opening 3 column, purchase 3 column, sale. What is 3 column? Quantity, rate, amount and closing stock. So first आया, first गया, last आया, first गया. Like this, you can have different methods. So what are the points you have to remember for this? Okay, points to remember for the stores ledger. Purchase return should be recorded at the original cost. Issue to production house. Purchase return should be recorded at. See, I am following first in, first out. But if I have purchased long back at the old rate and that purchase I am returning, return the purchase at the purchase rate. Not, ma'am, issue hai na, to FIFO ही follow करेंगे. No, not like that. Okay? Right. Issue to production house should be recorded according to methods. Return from the production to shop should be recorded at the latest issue. See, first I issued for production at the rate of 5, then 6, then 7. So something came back means it's from the latest 7. I hope we are getting production say extra वापस if it is coming in storeroom. These are my own made pointers so that you don't go wrong. Whenever they shift from one job to another, no problem, nothing to write. Normal shortage is absorbed in good units. So at least one problem you should do. Now this is very nice. Asked in exam. बहुत बार पूछते हैं. What will be the cost of the purchase if there's a normal loss? It is absorbed in good units. I want to take up the May 22 problem number 26 in our material. And here question number 10. Stock out problems you can check once orally. देखो ये सब फिर green color is all theory. Last question, are they asking this exactly same? Distinguish between bin card and stores ledger. Treatment of spoilage, wastage. It's not that I'm skipping. All this is there in the one shot. One shot revision video में आपको मिलेगा. So please don't expect I'll take theory. This question can be asked again. I want you all to solve with me in writing now. Seven marks question repeatedly asked. Whatever expenses you incurred on purchases till it is brought to our godown is added. Right? Okay. Yeah. Those who have purchased the hard copy, we have tried our best to avoid the mistake. Still, if you come across any mistake, without hesitation, click the picture, send it on our number 9290065156. Those who have not been added and they want themselves to be added in the challenges group for one-to-one doubt clearing with me with voice note, can please message on this number your name and which exam you are writing. And if you find any printing mistake, just click the picture and send us. Ajo. Sky and Co are unregistered suppliers, so GST will be added. Purchase material. Following information is available for 5,000 units. What is the price? 2,50,000. Trade discount is customary, ना? वो तो देते ही हैं. CGST, SGST is unregistered, so 12%. अलग अलग भी you can do. 12%. Are you getting logically correct? Cash discount will never be a part of purchases. It's at the time of the payment. So even if they given, don't adjust. Toll, yes, you will add. Freight and insurance, yes. Demurrage charges are the charges you pay for late pickup from the port. It's a kind of penalty. So don't add it, just write a note and ignore. Commission, yeah, we will take commission. Amount deposited and amount refunded. So you have deposited for containers 30,000, but you have been refunded 20,000. So 10,000 is what you add. Other expenses are 2% of the total cost. देखेंगे. Okay, right. So that's all for this. देखो, 250 to add 5,000. This you're getting 294. Now other expenses are 2% of 100 and here it is 98. You will get this. $5,000 units, 20% loss is normal. So though I have to pay you for 5,000, but 20% is normal loss. You know, normal loss is absorbed in good units. So whatever is 3 lakh cost is of how many units? 4,000. So 3 lakh by 4,000 into 75 per unit. Take your time. Is the problem clear to all of you, ma'am? Is demurrage charges क्यों नहीं लिए, ये क्यों नहीं लिए? It should all be clear to you. These 4 topics will take little more time. Labor, material, बहुत vast भी है ना. कितने variety के problem है आपके material chapter में. But this one I feel was really nice. Okay, so we'll take a quick break of 5 minutes. Yeah, like this maximum minimum is given and you have to calculate stock turnover. All past exam question 21, 22, 23, 24 for you to practice. Some RTP questions specifically I have skipped because I know कि वो जरूरत से ज़्यादा they are big of no use. So very nicely all poster notes are written. Take a break and after coming we'll start with labor. Look at the way I have written all the formulas of labor in one go. Okay, right. Take a break and assemble back. All right. Are you all also back after the break? How is the class going on? Are you feeling it is worth it? Years of all my inputs and level of the questions, the booster notes, the theory, the color strategy, is it all good for all of you? Are you all also back after? Bolo. Good going? All of you are writing in the September attempt, those who are attending. Some of you definitely are in December, CMA. Good, because you've completed the practice batch, you're doing this. Chalo, aa jao. So when we come to labor chapter, there are questions for labor turnover, there are questions for overtime, there are questions for idle time. But basically the pumping heart of this chapter is what? Halsey and Rowan. In that they can ask you the reverse working also. Oh, oops. By mistake, is this printed twice? 1 minute, dear students. Hmm. Okay, chalo. So now Halsey and Rowan we are doing. Okay. Halsey and Rowan, they can ask you to calculate the wages, or they can tell you that Halsey and Rowan wages are given to you and you calculate the standard hours, the actual hours, or the rate per hour, whatever is missing. So for that, we should know that how do you calculate efficiency in hours? Standard hours by actual hours. Actual hours are 8, but they allotted you 10. Wow. 10 hours का काम आपने 8 घंटे में कर लिए. So your efficiency is 125%. If you have calculated an output, it's actual output by standard output into 100. Okay, right. Now, Rowan and Halsey are premium bonus plan. Okay. So very nice questions we will take up. Basic wages is same, actual hours into rate. But Rowan says pay the premium. What is the bonus? Standard hours minus actual hours are the time saved. It is also called in many books as TS. Time saved into rate in the proportion of actual hours by standard hours, give it to the employee. Who is saying it? Rowan. And Halsey is saying basic wages is same. Actual hours into standard rate. But time saved into rate ka 50% you give. Okay. In Rowan, bonus is paid in proportion of actual hours by standard hours. In Halsey, the bonus is paid on 50% of the time saved. That is actual hours minus standard hours minus actual hours. Is this clear to all of you? Right? Okay? Yeah. Rest all are the formulas which we use. These are my own created booster notes so that one day before exam, if you revise, like what is the total wages of the employee. So basic, DA, allowances, PF, ESIC, sub add hoga. From the company point of view, 100 I paid you, 12 I paid in PF, 8.75, all this will be added. But when you take to earnings of the employee, then basic, DA, allowances, bonus, minus employees contribution to PF, ESIC, PT and all, if any. Okay, right? So this is how you do. Different methods are there. I think we can take one problem for the Halsey Rowan, and then when I go theory, I'm skipping absolutely. Green color, very nice way it is given to all of you. You can check it. Hmm. Timekeeping, time booking, all these theory questions are asked, but right now we are not taking. We are directly taking a very nice problem for the labor. I hope it is clear. What is Halsey saying? Time saved ka 50% and all you take as bonus. What is Rowan saying? Actual hours by standard hours के ratio में ले लो. ठीक है? Right. And anything could be the balancing figure. So question number 11 in your PDF, page number 13 is nothing but problem number 3 here. This is question number 11 in the PDF material, if you have the PDF. And if you really are writing in December without fail, go for this book. It will really help you to prepare very nice. Standard time for a job is 90 hours. Okay. Hourly rate is 50. Because of the saving in time, worker A is getting 60. Hourly rate is 50, but you are getting 60. That means 10 per hour is the bonus. Under row 1, same way worker B wants to go for Halsey with 40%. Ma'am, you said Halsey mein 50% they are giving the bonus. Halsey is whatever rate they give, 40%, 30%, 70%. Nothing given than 50% you take. Okay. So now first we will calculate as per the row 1. What is the actual hours worked? Standard hours are 90, but actual hours is missing. So can we take actual hours as H? Yeah. Now, under row 1, what is the bonus? Time saved into rate per hour into actual hours by standard hours. Okay. So this is equal to 10. Ma'am, how did you get 10? Hourly rate is 50. But under row 1, he is getting 60. So 10 per hour into number of actual hours, which is H. Here, actual hours we don't know. Standard hours we know. Time saved is standard hours 90 minus actual hours H. And rate is 50 per hour. When you solve this, solve करना तो सबको आता है ना, just cross it and solve it. You will get the answer as H is equal to 72 hours. Now, you know that standard hours are 90. Actual hours are 72. So 18 hours you are saving. And if you go for Halsey, 40% of 18 hours into 50 per hour, give it to them. So what will be the wages? That's what they have asked. Worker A, they have given the detail as per Rowan. You got the actual hours. Now worker B, actual hours, 72. Standard hours, 90. And this way you will get the answer. Is this way fine for all of you? I told you some questions absolutely nothing to do with me, but they are really good. Like this one is your question number 12 in the top 50 questions. Just simple comparison of Rowan and Halsey. Do it. It's very easy. You want to solve the whole problem or clear this way? Huh? I have given little extra problems because Rowan, I mean say, labor, material overhead. These are vast chapters and problems are repeatedly asked. Okay. Two workmen, A and B, produce the same product using the same material. A is paid bonus according to Halsey. B is paid bonus according to Rowan. The time allowed, standard hours is 100. A takes 60 hours, so 40 hours saved. B takes 80 hours, so 20 hours saved. Normal hourly rate of the wages of the workman A is 24. 24 is the rate. Total earnings of both worker you have to calculate. ठीक है? So what will be the basic wages? 60 hours he has worked at the rate of 24. 80 hours he has worked at the rate of R. We don't know. 80 R. Are you getting? Total earning of both the workers are same. Calculate the hourly rate for B. But for A, you know everything. That he got basic wages, 60 hours into 24. Now he's covered under Halsey. So bonus will be 100 hours work he has done in 60. So 40 hours at the rate of 24. Whatever he has saved, 50%. Ma'am, last problem only you gave 30%. If they give Halsey rate, okay. If not, 50%. So what's the total wages here in Halsey 1920? It's same here also, 1920. Now, what is your basic wages? 80R. What is your bonus? 80R bonus. Actual hours by standard hours into time saved into rate. So it's coming to 16R. R is missing. Anything could be missing, and left to right to left, we know it very well. है ना? Right. So what is the basic wages under Rowan? 80R. Bonus 16R. 96R is equal to 120. So R you can calculate. 1920 divided by 96. 20. 20 per hour आ गया. Clear? So like this one method, if you know, you can work out the problems for other method. So these are all related to Rowan Halsey and material and same kind of question. Material is given, wages is given. One is Rowan, one is Halsey. Compare and calculate. Now I'm going directly to the 10th question, and in your material 14th question, that is for the emoluments. Now take a pause and clearly know it. मैंने कहीं पे लिखा भी है booster notes में. Agar if you are calculating the cost from company point of view, total wages, then PF, ESIC all are added. If you are calculating from employee point of view, so out of his wages, PF is going, ESIC, it will be deducted. Logically correct? We have done this in income tax also. So aa jao ab. X an employee of ABC gets following emoluments. Okay. How much is getting the emoluments? X worked for 2,400 hours. Out of that, 400 are non-productive and treated as normal. See, normal idle hours are the hours which you have to pay, but there will be no effective work. For example, I am paying you 8 hours, 800, but half an hour is lunch break, 15 minutes is tea break, 15 minutes is refreshing break. 1 hour का तो break ही हो जाता है. So though I am paying you 800, you are working for me only 7 hours. So normal idle hours are absorbed in good units. It's a copy paste problem. I'm saying with this bank it can be asked. आप लोग करो, ये बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चन है. And anyone feel, ma'am, before doing the question, I feel revision is needed, then watch the one shot revision video. Ma'am, I want to practice this. Then 30 good classes practice batches available. Okay, ma'am, I want this book and I'll do it on your own. Okay, go for the book. All options are there. Okay. In Halsey plan, the 50% will not be constant. It will fluctuate as per the question. Absolutely right, Karthik. Karthik, are you only Kabilan or Kabilan is another student? I don't know. You all have done practice batch with me, so I'm asking. No problem. But the nice question is, ma'am, Halsey, shall we take 50% if not given? If they say employees are paid bonus 40%, 30%, give that. It's not constant, 50%. So you're absolutely right. No problem. चलो अब हम करते हैं देखो या लंच ब्रेक करेंगे ना 1:30 विल डू लंच ब्रेक इज इट फाइन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू फास्ट करते हैं ये इजी प्रॉब्लम है 10,000 per month 1,20,000 DA 2,000 we have taken bonus 20% of the basic and DA so 1,44,000 ka 20%. Other allowances are 2,500 into 12. Employer's contribution is 10% of the basic and DA. So basic and DA ka 10% is 144 ka 10%. So you got this total wages. Now, actually these wages are for 2,400 hours per annum. But 400 are non-productive. So you have to divide with the effective hours to get the effective hourly rate. It doesn't mean that I will not pay for 400. 400 is absorbed in good units. Are your doubts getting cleared in the live class? All of you are with me. Some of you have not answered. Are you all writing in this September or are there December students also here? Give your attempt, I can help you better. आ जाओ ठीक है yeah they'll give bonus and all and effectively you have to pay but while paying to employee अगर employee के व्यू पॉइंट से देख रहे हो तो PF ESIC will be deducted okay right चलो these are all routine questions overtime is absorbed in good units yeah now 2-3 jobs are there this question labor is a chapter where questions which I am giving can be asked as it is कोई ज्यादा creativity नहीं है Rowan I'll say whatever way they can twist all ways we have done now when you calculate from employee's point of view whatever money he is putting in PF ESIC you'll have to deduct for earnings see abhi tak we were doing from company's point of view so we were adding now employee's point of view deduct what is the basic wages for A and B given DA 50% so 5 and 8 overtime only A is doing so overtime for A also put it in the job in which he is doing okay right okay so now from employee point of view they have asked calculate the earning so we have taken basic we have taken DA overtime we have to yet work now contribution to PF 8% of the basic that comes to 801,280 overtime contribution to ESIC 2% of the basic that comes okay you can't do the total here abhi tak aapko overtime nahi malum so from workers point of view minus the PF minus you know employer agar I'm paying you 100 I'm putting 12 I'm giving you 88 and 12 rupees you are also paying my expenditure is 112 but from your 12 rupees I'm paying 100 I'm paying उसमें से भी 12 employees contribution so total 24 rupees are going in the PF and ESIC now what is the employer's cost तो employer के cost में 10 and 5 15 and 16 and 8 24 and we will add everyone should be clear ki why I have done minus and why I have done add क्योंकि employer is giving, take 100 rupees your salary. अच्छा, listen, on 112 rupees I am paying your PF. तो my pocket तो 112 went na, I will add. Normal working hours are 200. So divide it, you will get the wage rate per hour. Overtime is paid at double the normal wages. An employer's contribution to PF are at equal rate. वो तो ठीक है. Two workers were employed on job X, Y, and Z. Overtime was done in job Y. Overtime A के लिए ही है, that too in job Y. Ma'am, this same problem is there in the study material also. Yes, and it can be repeated. So I'm taking little extra time. ये तो कैलकुलेट हो गया wages. अब आ जाओ. Worker A. What is worker A's wages? Not his earning. Earnings is pending. Wages कितना है worker A का? 16,000. This 16,000 clearly said that this worker worked 40% here, 30 and 30%. So 40%, 16 4s are 64, 30% and 30%. Overtime we'll calculate. What about worker B? How much company has paid? 25,600. 50, 20, 30%. 25,600 ka 50%, 20%, 30%. So you got this. Now overtime. Who is doing overtime? A. For which job he is doing? Y. So overtime for A we will put in job Y. How? Overtime is paid at double the rate. What is A's basic rate? 10,000. DA 5,000. Divide by 200. So what is the per hour rate for A? 75. But overtime is paid double the rate. And how many hours are the overtime that's given? Ma'am, double the rate कहाँ से मिला? Average करके 200 hours. We are paying him basic and DA. So overtime wages are paid 150 per hour, 10, 1,500. There's a different method also you can do, or I have written. I don't write formulas. I like this logical working. ठीक है. So 1,500 overtime where I will charge Y. I hope you are getting. Wages are allocated to different departments wherever they are charged. So we have allocated. Done. Now come. Will it affect my employee cost? Listen, employee cost you have to take average. Same. So don't disturb by writing your overtime 1,500 here. Ma'am, एक overtime भी तो दिया ना. Overtime company has given for specific job. Put it to that job. But to A, we have paid 16,000 common. Overtime separately you put to job Y. Okay. Now, come back. From the employee who is earning, will he take the basic, DA home and the overtime wages also? This is 1,500. So 16,500 will come. Overtime is 1,500. Okay. Is this clear to all of you? Nice problem, no? What new you have learned in this? From earning point of view, PF, ESIC minus. From employer, add. Overtime, take it separately. Don't add it in the average cost and take it. Okay, Karthik, you are doing CMA in December. What about others? So many of you are live now. I hope you are liking the depth with which we are doing. Some questions, as I said, they are important, but you have to do on your own, like the 16th question. Nice, same. Job allocation, किसको लगाएंगे? Overtime should be charged to job or to costing P&L or what? Same kind of the question. Chalo, we'll take the question for labor turnover. Huh? How many employees and workers are coming in and going out? Labor turnover. Replacement method, separation method, flux method. What is the replacement method? Number of employees replaced by average. What's average? Opening, closing, divide by 2. Separation, number of employees who separated, but against that no one came. Flux is number of replaced, number of separated, and number of additions. All this. Okay, right. So based on this, either they'll give the formula data like this, and you have to calculate the formula and problems and all. Or sometimes, this is also a very nice problem, and 2 times they have asked that if you lose the labor turnover, you'll lose. Now here, like, they have given that 10% is the flux method, 5% is replacement, 3% is separation. They have given the answer. And if the number of, this is problem number 1 minute, 20. And question number 18. 1 minute. Some emergencies there. Will you please check it on your own? This question number 18 solved in the PDF. Please solve it on your own. Either you have the book or you have the this also. Flux method is very easy. 2 minutes. Okay, you want help or is it clear? Either they will ask you the formulas, the percentage of the flux and all method. This comes repeatedly for 5 marks or in MCQs and very easy, very easy. Yes, right. So suppose if it is a flux method 10%, replacement 5%, separation 3. Now numbers of replacement is given 30. So if you know that 30 is number of replacement and it is 5%, can you find balancing figure as average? Average is 600. Yeah. Now, how many have been separated? 3%. 3% have been separated. S. And average is 600. What you got here, you are using it here. So you will get separated as 18. Now, what is the number of flux? Flux is 10%. So 18 are separated, which you will get it here. Plus number of accessions. Accessions are joined, replaced, all. Right? And divide by average 600. This is 10% flux method. Now, if you solve it, accessions are those who recruited and joined. They are 42. Okay. So like this, average method and all use karke, you can find all the answers. It's a nice question. You can get direct question or they will ask you to calculate the percentage or they will ask you is this way, reverse way. And also what else they have asked you? Equivalent employee rate for the year. Now this is what? Equivalent turnover rates for the year. Okay. All this data is given for quarter. So 10%, 5%, 3% is for the quarter. And there are 4 such quarters in a year. So what will be the equivalent for a year? Multiplied by 4 quarters. This happens in the costing exam. Please take a pause, all of you. And this part, I should have told you in the beginning. I've told you in one shot revision videos in practice batch. Whatever way you can read the question, put it in the answer sheet. Don't worry, this is not a partnership accounts or balance sheet where you have to go format wise. Question may say whatever you are following, just go on putting it in the answer. One by one step, you will get the answer. Now, wherever you get the bits, like now I got first average 600. Can I put it in block? Leave one line. Then I got R replacement. Then I got A accessions. Like this, as and how you get the answer, put it in blocks. See, you all are really hardworking. Only missing thing is that very strong and positive mindset, or already courage hai, tabhi you are listening to this top 50 questions because you are courageous. You want to write the exam, clear it. Or thoda courage leke aana hai. That okay, whatever it is, I will not say, ye to bahut bada problem hai. Don't try to justify anything. Put the data in the answer sheet, you will get it. Some MCQs you can work orally. Sometimes MCQs also will require your working. Okay, right? So I hope this is very clear to all of you. Rest I'll make it clear with the paper pattern and all. Paper pattern we have already taken separately for CA CMA while solving MTP and more we will do. Aja. So theory questions I'm not doing, but they are very well covered in the green color. You can see job evolution, merit rating. That's all for labor chapter. Now I'm going for the overhead. Yeah. For CMA students, there is tailors, merits. I think this we can do it in a separate class. Exclusive class only for CMA will be contract costing and this. Okay? Right. You have all these formulas. Taylors, Merricks, Gans, Emerson's, BDOX, and related to that, these question answers are there. I'll take it separately or I'll put up a video for contract costing and for this. Okay. These are past exam sums. Really, I'm saying they are very good where reverse working is asked. Directly, these are at the end of the every chapter. It is the past exam questions. आ जाओ overhead chapter. It's loading, so it's taking time. Overhead. Overhead में one of the type of the problem which are asked is apportion. Yeah, one shot revision video. Please watch directly. I am going to question. Say these are my departments and S1 and S2. So first allocate. There are some specific expenses which I'll charge to them. There are some common expenses which I'll apportion to all on the basis of floor area and all. Now what I'll do, I'll reallocate S1 and S2 service expense to various departments by different method. Can I do it directly? S1 to ABC? Yes. S2 to ABC? Yes. Can I do it by step down method? Then simultaneous equation method, trial error, repeated distribution, like that. Okay. Very important pitfall to avoid is while service department expenses you are closing and apportioning to main department, you just don't have to take the overhead of the service department. You have to take material and labor also. Material, labor, and overhead, all you have to take. Okay, right. And then machine hour rate, one question is also there. Very nice. One more type of the question asked in exam from the overhead chapter is that one. How is the treatment of under over absorption? 5 marks question. I have made chapter wise exam, and in that booster exam I have covered up everything very professionally from the MCQs. Under over absorption treatment, if they ask in exam, there should be a very nice smile at your face, because they are asking, I'll tell you, literally the same kind of the questions repeated. ठीक है? Yeah, आ जाओ. So overhead. Okay. When will you use the simultaneous equation method? When you see that one department is giving service to another. One department is giving service to another, then you will use the simultaneous equation. And the method of apportionment, see, these are different methods. I told you, direct, reciprocal. Reciprocal, all the methods, the answer will be same. But direct and step down method, the answer will differ because your ratios are differing. Okay? Right. These problems are very lengthy, so don't expect me to solve now, but I'll give you the gist which will help you. And already in the top 50 questions I have given. So directly I'm taking from the top 50 questions, problem number 3. Ye dekho. Boiler house and pump house. These are the service department, B and P. Okay, right. They are giving service to different department. Like boiler is giving 60% to A, B. One service department giving service to another and receiving back. Then definitely you have to use simultaneous equation, repeated or trial and error. Okay, right. So same way, pump car expenditure is 60 and pump is giving 10%, 40%, 50% here. Okay. Now, how will you make equation? Boiler, aa jao. Boiler, what is your expense? B. What is your expense? Boiler, 3 lakh. Plus boiler, you will have to absorb 50% of P. I'm telling you, students are making reverse equation. Ma'am, I made equation, I solved it correct. I should have got 7 out of 7 marks. I got 0. Institute ko kya dushmani hai? Then this is the pitfall. Boiler. Boiler, you have to take 50% of the pump. So 50% is 0.5 of the pump. Pump. Don't take 5%. 5% to boiler is Giving the service to pump. Now come to pump house. Pump house, what is your, see, this expenditure is given ready, 3,60,000. This they can enhance by giving the allocation and all. Okay. So what is pump house, your expenditure? 60,000. Pump. Pump, your expenditure is 60,000. Plus, you have to take 5% of the boiler also goes to pump, 0.05 BP boiler. Literally, when I say don't see the answer and make the equation, students are making reverse. You just stand in the place of B. I am B. I have to take 50% of P. I am P. P, pump house. I have to take 5% of B. Is this clear to you? And then you solve the simultaneous equation. Just put P ka pura value with her and you will get the answer. Okay? Right? Yeah. You will get the total. What is the total pump? Like P is 60 plus 5% of B. Mila ke it is 76. So 76 ka remaining to you have to allocate to A and B, no? 50% you have 5% you have allocated here, 50 here. Remaining 10 and 40 बाकी तो allocate करना है ना, ऐसे करेंगे. What's the difference in the trial error then? We are doing for this sixth problem. These all are nice and same problems for practice. But sixth problem is like direct and step method will be clear. RST Limited has two production department. They are service department, HR, maintenance and design. Fixed variable sub ले लो. Ab direct apportionment. What is the total expense of the HR? 5 lakh. Directly दे दो. HR directly दे दो. किसको दो? What are the main departments? Machining and finishing. Machining and finishing. So can give HR direct in the ratio of 4:5. 4:5. Maintenance. Directly you give this ratio. 3,500. And third service department is designing. Directly. But actually if you see, HR is giving service. I hope you are getting. HR is giving service to machine and finishing along with that maintenance and design also. HR is giving service, but it is not taking back. So can we follow step method? Yes, we can follow the step method. See. So first always start with writing the HR, maintenance and design. Now HR, instead of giving HR directly to this, you give to all the 4, to all the 3, to all the 2 in these ratios. To all the 4. To all, फिर इसको add कर दो all the 3. फिर ये सबको add कर दो. So you are following a step down method only if they say in exam. Step down method. HR is giving not only to machining and finishing, ये तो main department है, machining and finishing, but it is giving to them also. This is giving to them also. Now this total, including what he has received from other service department, he is giving to these two. Like that you have to solve the problem. Okay. I want to take up a very nice question of under over absorption directly. Okay. Before we go to that, shall we take machine hour rate one problem? Yeah, machine hour rate, the common question asked to me by students. We'll take up 8th question. Yeah, and once you get the total overhead, you can divide by machine hours, labor hours, whatever they ask. Blanket rate is for department 1, department 2, department 3. All divide, denominator is same, number of hours. This may be in hours, this may be in units, then it is multiple overhead rate. Okay. Sometimes they ask you machine hour rate question, exactly same like your operating costing. ट्रांसपोर्ट का क्वेश्चन सबको आता है ना, बट मैम आई एम नॉट एबल टू सेपरेट इन दिस व्हाट इज फिक्स्ड, व्हाट इज वेरिएबल, व्हाट इज स्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंस. Forget it कि standing, semi variable, just the expenses you write. Ma'am, but I have to calculate the machine hour rate. You have to calculate the machine hour rate. Huh? But when you're calculating the machine hour rate, you're doing it for what? That will depend upon the denominator. Denominator is total machine ka cost divided by effective hours. Ma'am, how do you get effective hours? Like normal working hours for a month are 200. But the machine is operating at 75%. 200 into 75%. So denominator are given 150 hours for month, no? Now you make it for month. Ma'am, I made yearly, still will they'll give marks? Why will they give marks? I am explaining something very important. Ma'am, operating cost sheet I made for a school for 12 months. They said calculate the fees per student per month. Why you are doing for 12 months? So you have done 12 months. Someone has done quarterly, someone has done half yearly. Shall I put everyone's assumption and check? These are professional exams. You can't make assumption your हथियार. हाँ, मेरा assumption के हिसाब से मेरा correct है. Be careful. If they ask you the passenger kilometer per month, pura per month. Ma'am, if insurance is given 12 months, divide by 12. Annual diya hai to. So very important is that you have to make that operating or this machine hour rate for a month, for a quarter, for 6 months or year will depend upon the effective hours. This time they have given 200 hours in a month. We'll make it on hourly basis. If there are some expenses which are for 12 months, we will take it. And please don't worry about that. What do you call it? Oh, format को छोड़ दो. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay? चलो, आ जाओ. It's a very nice question. I like this 2-3 very nice. More questions are there in the compiler. Wow, out of 50, we have completed 23 questions. 2-3 questions are important, but very routines. I want you to do them on your own. And please don't feel, ma'am, where we can ask you doubts after this. Click the picture, send it to me on the number I have given. I'll surely clear your doubts. Okay, right. Aja. 1 second, dear students, can you please read it on your own? 2 minutes. Yeah, after over it, we can take a lunch break. I'll tell you exactly how much time I will need. My mother-in-law is not well, so I have to give her lunch. I will eat. And then we can come back and do operating process, marginal, important questions, which are just repeated too many times, I can say. Ajo. Yeah, I could have divided this whole class into 2 parts and taken it in 2 days, 3 hours, 4 hours karke, but then exams are lined up. Others watching this, you are in which attempt? September attempt or December attempt or how? Aja, chalo. Original price of the machine is 324, depreciate 10%. So we'll take 324 into 10%, divide by 12. Aa gaya? Right. Wages of the machine man 125 per hour and the wages of the helper 75 per hour. 125 per hour and 200 hours. Divide by 8. 125 is per day. I think they've clearly given. 125 is per day of 8 hours and you have to pay for 200. Ma'am, but he's working 150 is the effective hours. You have to pay for 200 hours. I hope my dialogue will go into your ears ki galti nahi karna hai. Right. So 125 per hour of 8 hours. Okay. 75 per day of 8 hours. आ जाओ. So wages I'm taking 125 into 200 by 8 attendant. Now with wages नीचे information दिए, they are taking DA 1575 each. 2 workers are there, machine man and helper, and bonus 1/3 of the basic and DA and 10% leave salary of basic and DA. ठीक है. First you give them bonus 1575 into 2. Now production bonus is 1/3 of basic and DA मिला के, and leave salary is 10%. So you got this. ठीक है. Next, power cost for the month, for the time. It's given per month only. So 15,000. Supervisor per month, electricity per month, repairs per month. तो ये सब per month वाले expenditure दिए हैं. Insurance for the year, other expenses for the year. So you can divide by 12 and you get this. So machine related expense, wages you got, total expense. If you don't know how to do this per hour, forget it. What is your total overhead? 61,028 per month and 150 से divide करो. बोलो. 61,028 divide by 150. 406.86. This is what is your overhead rate of the machine. See, this overhead rate of the machine, you use it in your what do you call it, that cost sheet to complete it. Did you like the problem? Did you understand it? In the colored compiler, there are 2-3 more problems like this you can check up. Okay. Yeah, we will take one problem for under over absorption, and which comes repeatedly is problem number 24. Under over absorption. Yeah, if it is abnormal reason, take it in costing P&L. If it is normal, absorb it in the good units by putting supplementary rate. Okay. So for this, let us take up 14th problem. Under over absorption treatment is clear. Abnormal is to put kabhi strike hui, barish hui, and you have incurred extra overhead. First of all, what is under and over absorption? Yeah, very important. How did I miss out? Ye to student, this you should know for the very next chapter also, beta. What is your next chapter? Integrated accounts. So this is like a term you should know. Suppose factory overhead. When I incurred factory overhead account debit to cash, and if it is non-integrated GLA, say it is 10 rupees. But factory overhead is absorbed in production house, that is work in progress, at fixed 1 rupee per unit for 8 units. Now this is under absorption. Take your time. Is it clear? What is factory overhead incurred? 10. What is factory overhead absorbed in the work in progress? Admin overhead is absorbed in finished goods. Selling overhead is absorbed. ये सब आपको पढ़ेंगे break के बाद, cost of the integrated accounts में. But then when I'm taking this is under absorption. Had it been 18 here, this would have been over absorption. Your actual overhead is 10 and you have absorbed 18. Got it? Right? So over absorption hai. So you can write off in costing P&L or balance carried down, or you can reverse. 99% chances of asking under absorption in exam. Karthik, thank you so much for all your response. What about others? Are you seeing my energy level right from the 11 o'clock, 11:10 we started, and it is 1:40 now, 2.5 hours. And more, 1.5 hour I need for sure. But I want response from all of you. Are you feeling it is worth doing this way, top 50 questions? Now will you be able to solve it with one shot, with practice batch? Karenge exam. And please let me know which exam all of you are writing. Yeah. Under absorption. If it is normal, put a supplementary rate, and whatever is sold, number of units sold ko bhi charge karo. Some part of, because it is under absorb, finished goods is also low, usko bhi charge karo. Because it is under absorb, work in progress, so you charge to all the three. And abnormal hai to costing P&L. Aajo. ABC Limited manufactures a single product and absorbs the production overhead. It has been found that actual production overhead was 6 lakh. It included 45,000 on account of the obsolete, 30,000 for strike. So 45 and 30. 45 and 30. What is that? 45 and 30 क्या होगा बेटा? This is abnormal. Where you will put this 75,000 costing P&L. Now what is your actual overhead? See, you have incurred factory overhead 6 lakhs, but in that 45,000 is to write off some stores. 30,000 is wages which you paid. These are not normal reason, abnormal. So you can't put this in cost sheet and accounts. You just put it in costing P&L. Now, okay. Now, what did they say at the end of the year? Production and sales is given to you. Finished goods 20,000. Work in progress 8,000 are there, but 50% complete. So equivalent units में तो 4,000 ही लेंगे. Or finished goods sold, produced is 20,000, sold is 18. So closing stock. Literally students are doing silly mistake here. How many units are produced? 20. Out of that, how many are sold? 80. So अब आपका जो closing stock है, that will be how much? Yeah, 2,000. आ जाओ. Actual machine hours worked during the period are 48,000. It has been found that 1/3 of under over absorption. Actual machine hours worked are 48,000 hour and machine hour rate is 10. So can we say 525 to aa gaya? Production overhead absorbed is 48,000 machine hours at the rate of 10 each, 480. So now what is under absorption? 45,000. Out of under absorption, 1/3 under absorption was due to lack of planning and remaining was normal. So 1/3 out of 45,000, 1/3, which was lack of planning, lack of production planning, it's abnormal. Transfer to costing P&L account, 15,000. Up remaining 30, you can put up the supplementary rate. How much are work in progress? 8,000 units, but 4,000 units equivalent. Finished goods 2,000, because 20 you produced and 80. See, the impact of, you understand logically, many students, they ratify and they do, but they don't understand the logic. 45,000 is under absorbed is normal. You have charged factory overhead less. Impact is there in the finished goods. Impact is there in the work in progress, and impact is there in the number of units sold. So 45,000 may say, sorry, 30. 15 to chala gaya. So 30 divided by 24, 1.25 you will charge everywhere. Clear to all of you? So like this, you have to do the under over absorption. I am taking a pause here. Please comment any suggestions are there or is this helpful to you. Blue color is all question answers. Green color I didn't touch, but they are purely your theory questions. And I have given at the back of the compiler the theory questions also. Literally, I say I got 95 in accounts, I got exemption in tax, I got exemption in costing, but my students are scoring highest of exemption 82, 87, 85. These are the marks in costing by studying this way. Thank you. Why others are not responding? On करके किधर चले गए बेटा? Huh? No problem. Anywhere you find any mistake, you can say we have done our best. Yeah, normal capacity वाले problem. See, after doing the theory, ये सब theory है. हाँ. And then these are all exam question. Machine hours, simultaneous equation, job costing, and so on. Okay. So I think 30 minutes break is enough. And we will continue with cost accounting system after this. Okay. Any doubts are there? Put up. Right now it's 1:45. Be back here by 2:15. Okay. Any doubts are there? Put it in chat. Cost accounting ledgers. That's a important chapter. Fifth but very important chapter. Either journal entries, making the ledger कम पूछते हैं पर वो भी बताएंगे और reconciliation hot favorite. जिंदगी मेरी सौ ख्वाहिशों की। Okay, all of you are back. Quickly rejoin. We are doing the next topic, that is the cost accounting system. Very nice way I have revised this with journal entries. What are the ledgers you have to prepare? Which ledger, what treatment you have to do? And these pointers. Shall we start? One second. Huh? Yeah, cost accounting ledger we are doing now. Okay, when you do this, cost accounting ledger, they are asking you either to prepare the ledgers, or nowadays so much is asked for 4 marks, 5 marks journal entry, which is really scoring 1 mark, 1 entry, or the reconciliation. So what is cost accounting system? If it is non-integrated, means the costing ledger are separate, the financial ledger are separate, and you have to reconcile. If it is integrated, means in the same ledger you are preparing all, there's no need of the preparing separate reconciliation. Okay, right. Yeah, detailed recording of the costing ledger is what is non-integrated ledgers. Yes. Yeah, please rejoin. Okay. So cost ledger control account, they are also asking you the reconciliation. So for this, the base is your cost sheet. I'm not doing revision now. Revision, you have to do it yourself. Okay. From the one shot revision videos which are put up in YouTube. Okay. Like stores, whatever stores, raw material you use, transfer it to work in progress, which is nothing but the production house. Wages, transfer it to work in progress. Yeah, indirect wages will go to factory overhead, and through factory overhead, it will come to work in progress. Goods which are produced ready from work in progress, it will go to finished goods. Administrative overhead is absorbed in finished goods. Finished goods which are sold are transferred to cost of the sales. Selling overhead is also absorbed in, see, factory overhead is absorbed in work in progress. While you prepare the ledgers, administrative overhead is absorbed in finished goods and selling. I think rather than checking all this, ये सब हमने वन शॉट रिविजन में बहुत अच्छे से किया. I have taken more than 1.5 hours, and this is the theory question which I can say 6 to 7 times they have repeated. What are the essential requirement of the cost accounting ledgers? So journal entries are all given in the theory, and journal entries are all given in Greek in color. Very important booster notes to remember before exam are given in the red color, and we will check it up the question. Okay, right? If it is non-integrated ledgers, there is no cash, bank, real or personal account, so use the general ledger control account. And if it is integrated accounts, then you have combined. You have the cash, bank, share capital, all the accounts also. Okay, right. We'll take up problem number 2. Same I have discussed in one shot actually. Please, can you refer one shot just for once and it will be clear to you. Whole problem I have solved, or you want me to solve now? You comment and I'll do it for you. Bolo. क्या करना है? Same question. Yeah. Suppose like if you have opening balance of the store's ledger. So you will take it here. Same way, work in progress, finished goods, GLA. You have the opening balance, not the wages. Sorry. Work in progress, you have finished goods, you have opening balance, sales, costing P&L, and the GLA account. That is the cost control ledger account also. Some books call them as the GLA account, as the cost ledger control account also. Right, so we have written the opening balances. Now for every transaction, we need to pass double entry. Now what is that double entry? Material is purchased, 26,700. So stores ledger debit, GLA account credit. Material is issued to production. So material is going out, credit, and work in progress, debit. Material directly issued for repairs, it will go to factory overhead. Wages, total are 77,500 or wage work in progress. Nice, clear? Now factory overhead incurred and under over absorbed is also given. So factory overhead incurred is this material, indirect wages, indirect material will all go to factory overhead. And under over absorption is transferred to costing P&L. So as balancing figure, you are getting how much material is ready. Yeah, how much will go to the factory overhead? Sorry, total to the work in progress. And in work in progress, you have got material store se aaya na 40,000. Direct wages. Indirect wages will go to factory overhead and from there it will be absorbed. Direct wages will come directly in the factory overhead, as you know, the important part of the production house. And then credited finished goods, sales, costing P&L, sale you transfer, cost of the sales you transfer, you get GP, bring it down, under over absorption le lo. Profit finally you have to transfer to GLA. So once again you have to prepare trial balance, stores, work in progress, finished goods and GLA. Closing. Ma'am, where did all the expenditure ledger go, like wages, like factory overhead, admin? They are all transferred and absorbed to good units. Clear to all of you? Right. See, this is now a detailed problem where creditors, datas are there. Generally, it becomes very big, so they are not asking. Some questions are really nice where they are asking you to write the journal entry. Let us take up problem number Problem number 4 is there in study material. Whatever ledger they have given, you have to prepare just exactly same. Journal entry, I am taking problem number 10. Very nice. Just one mark, one journal entry you have to write. Simple. Reconciliation is also there. We'll check up 2 minutes. I'll take one full question of the reconciliation. And when you have to make the reconciliation of the costing and the financials, okay, then cost sheet you have to prepare, trading P&L you have to prepare to get the two profits. Yeah, I am also a little exhausted, not used to taking such long classes. But how do we do it? Either we can, yeah, journal entries, very nice questions are there. 14th question we will take from reconciliation. That is question number 27. Check and let me know if you feel this is helpful. Then after doing 1 or 2 chapters more, we can take a break and we can rejoin in the evening. I'm saying I'll go with a second live in the evening if you feel it is helpful and if you comment below. Otherwise, no point. Me going just saying and saying. Some students are like, ma'am अपने sheet दे दिया ना हम खुद से कर लेंगे. Okay. The financial records are giving 169 profit, whereas the cost records is giving a loss. Okay. So if they ask you statement, you prepare add less. If they ask you T format, account, you prepare account. Other information is given and they have asked you to prepare what? Yeah, nothing given, you can always do add less. Yeah, you have to reconcile and you have to do the add less. So you can start with any profit. So this time we will start with the costing profit, and instead if it is loss, then take it in brackets. See, add and less will not change. Ma'am, less ho gaya to ab add karenge add. No, 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 no. If there was profit, I would have written normal. If there is loss, I have put it in bracket. ठीक है? Now, administrative overhead under recovered. Factory overhead over recovered. Okay. Other details are given. So now what I am doing is I will check what is the impact of these items on the profit. Administrative overhead under recovered. You have charged less. So charge more. So what if you charge more? 63,750. What's the impact on profit? Profit will reduce, right? Less. Factory overhead over recovered. So reduce the factory overhead. So factory overhead, if you over recovered, your profit will increase. Are you getting? Depreciation charged under the cost books. Okay. Undercharged. Okay. You have charged depreciation less, 65,000 or charge good. Right? Properly. Dividend received, you have not taken in the costing, but they have taken in financial. So we will also take. We are not doing anything in the books, dear students. We are just doing it here. Now, loss due to obsolescence charged, 42,000 loss there. Not in costing. This is like costing ka profit and loss. तो हम भी यहाँ charge कर देंगे. Income tax, they have taken it there. We have not taken. Bank interest, they have taken. We have not taken. We will take. So expenses will increase. Profit will reduce. Opening stock in the cost and the financial books. In cost books, 412. In financial books, 362. So in cost books, opening stock is more. So reduce it. How much you all are getting? You can calculate and put it faster than me. 4,12,500 minus 362,500. 50,000 you have put opening stock more. So now if you reduce the opening stock, the profit will increase. Same way, closing stock, you have put 313,750 and it is 330. So you have put costing mein profit less. So put it now, closing stock. Now check it. This is all add. 88,500 plus 337,500 plus 50,000 plus 50,000 plus 16,250. Yeah, of course, 34,000. Closing stock you have charged less. So if you charge, the profit will increase. Sorry. 34,000. Yes. और कुछ है? Oh, more items are there. Goodwill, they have written off. We didn't write off, so we will also write off. So if we write off goodwill, it will less. Notional rent charged in the cost books. So you have reduced your expense, increase your expense, 150. And last is provision for doubtful debts. They have taken, we have not taken. Let us also take. अब ये हो गया पूरा आपका आ गया 88,500 is minus and now add 337,500. Do it all of you. Did you understand how I have done? What is the impact on the costing profit? That we will take it. Minus 63,750, 65,000, 42,000, 1,09,000, 62,500, 37,500. Correct. Okay. Total is coming correct. Just check 1 minute. You will also do the total. You can do it right from here also. Same answer is there. 337, 500. Minus 88,750. 5,49,000 is this answer. Put it in memory or a minus कर दे जाओ. 63,750. Check please, have you followed the concept or not? Journal entries, if they ask, don't leave in the choice. Okay, so start with the costing profit, and if because of that under over absorption the costing profit is to increase that, decrease less. Okay, right. And if they ask you the same in the memorandum reconciliation account, तो फिर ये credit add करना है, all the credit should be added and all the debit should be less. Like this you have to prepare. Okay. So memorandum reconciliation account is done. Job costing is simple problem. You have to know how to segregate and you can do it. Job costing. Process, you can check the one shot revision video. There only equivalent process costing, booster notes, all I have discussed. Operating costing also, the important problems I have already discussed in the one shot revision video. Okay. Operating costing, the denominator is important, dear students. Passenger kilometer, ton kilometer. And that school question, hotel, hospital. When you take that question, very important is if they give you the passenger kilometers for month, you have to take the numerator for month. But if there are total cost of the school is 1 lakh and there are 100 students, you can't divide the cost like that because 100 students are not paying same fees. 50 are paying X fees, 20 are paying 0.5x, 30 are paying, remaining 25 are paying only 10% of the X. So like that, you have to get the equivalent number of the students. Actually, I'm telling you, it will take at least more 2 hours if you want me to solve the question. But 100% with the trend, what I can make in the last 2 decades, I've given the question for marginal costing also. Marginal costing, students know how to use the PV ratio. But if the selling price changes, what's the impact? If the variable cost changes, what's the impact? And when it is coming to budgeting, pay attention ki how much should be the closing stock. Next production ka 25%, like that. Okay. Just scroll. I am also scrolling. Yeah. Standard costing also. Actually, the important top 50 questions by what I have taken, that I have already discussed that in the one shot revision video. Standard costing. Yes. Labor, overhead, all I have discussed. One kind. Yeah, surely I'll take a separate class for solving the good questions of contract costing and for the tailor's merits. If not, my regular class also what I've taken, I'll surely upload that lecture. I've tried my best to cover it up, but I know I have not solved some questions in the marginal and all. I really don't know. Like one thing is very sure ki if you have checked the revision video, I've not missed out a single formula, concept, theory. Every one shot revision video theory is done. Okay. So do these questions. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. And if you feel not much, but at least 2.5 hours there now, 3 to 4 hours we have given quality to work out all the problems best what we can, because these were important base level chapters: cost sheet, material, labor, overhead, and cost integrated accounts. If you feel you want part 2 of this to be completely solved by me in the class, then message me. Today evening we can take it up from 6:30 to 8:30. If you message me, because I have a lot of other pending work also. And if you're writing in December, January, trust me, blindly go for the compiler. Just 350 pages of theory, concept, booster notes, question answer, past exam, everything is covered. I've taken care of each and every page of the study material. CA ka, CMA ka. If you see job costing, CMA exam twice, they have asked that question that I have picked up, right? Okay. So hoping that you will share this and the revision videos, one shot revision videos playlist with more other students to go fearless for the costing exam. Practice batch is also there. Compiler is also there in the description in the app, right? Okay. And if you still feel no, ma'am, please take one more, because I do value your time and my time. See, your time is like 12th of September, the exam is starting, the first exam, Thursday, and today is Monday. So many of students are like, ma'am, today only we have started with accounts. So it's okay. And December attempt students, if you feel no, ma'am, after this part two should have been there, you message below this and I'll do. Not like that, I'm going on saying One time I recorded costing marathon revision, all booster notes, all formulas before exam. Around 2.5 hours, 3 hours of recording, and very few students being live there. Immediately, that video got more than 1,000 views because the gist I had given of every chapter. I didn't one shot me, though I'm going theory, concepts, formats. No, there I just gave the overall pitfalls and the formulas and all to remember. So, in different ways, I'm trying to help you out, whatever suits you. And if you need me, put a comment below. I'll surely be willing to help you. Thank you so much for trusting me and sparing this time till here. See you all in the next class. DT live practice batch is starting not in YouTube, in Zoom. Already demo lectures are there in YouTube. Trust me, dear students, ये जैसे कर रहे हैं ना वैसे ही है. Each and every depreciation, one full class, partnership assessment, one class. It will be done in depth. You will not miss out on questions and quality of questions, and the depth and pitfalls to avoid in taxation. All will be covered with repetition, lot of repetition. So join the DT batch. Every Sunday we have made a timetable. Students are writing exam timetable wise. So definitely you can avail the benefit of all this. Thank you so much. Bye bye, all of you. And do share this with others. Get into more courage and make yourself like not by doing, but by repeatedly saying that if I could do it earlier, I'm surely going to do it now. Same kind of the mindset, doubtful, thoda dara hua, thode doubts, thode fears was there in the 10th standard board exam, 12th standard, but then you could do it that time. Yeah. And when the result came, it was awesome because you've worked hard. Problem is just before the exam, there are many doubts which will come because of genuine pressure. It's okay. When I also go and perform in some musical performances, one day before exam, that anxiety thoda sa rehta hai. It's okay. You can handle it by doing good breathing practices and by talking very positively with yourself, right? So I love myself, I accept myself, I take 100% responsibility for all my actions, behaviors, decisions, everything. When you say this repeatedly, the power inside goes up. All the best to all of you. My blessings and wishes are there with you. Bye bye. Do share this. Do